Dhananjans, the greatest ever dancing couple of India. We are truly, truly honored. Girls, I've seen performances live. You can just, you might just even forget your ambience around you and be so transported that I'm completely speechless. I have seen and I've experienced it. They need no introduction. They have received the third highest civilian award of India. There has been no award that has shied away from them. The biggest names you take it, it is theirs. Today, we are honored that we can invite somebody like them. I'm shivering, honestly.
Relax.
So, but completely at home, if you go there, it's like the most warmest, most encouraging, and the greatest gurus as well. I'm choking, but I'll not take any of your time. You can just keep listening to them. They're amazing.
Namaskaram to all of you.
Namaste.
The Bharatanatyam couple, as you probably all of you know.
You call us Bharatanatyam couple.
Yes. There are a lot of other couples also there. Kuchipudi couple. Now a lot of couple dancers are there. And from Kalakshetra, we are the first to come away from Kalakshetra and establish the nuances and also establish the greatness of Kalakshetra training. Kalakshetra started in 1936 by Srimati Rukmini Devi with the intention of bringing the art to their pristine level that was there before. Of course, she was also influenced by Anna Pavlova, a very big ballerina. Actually, Rukmini Devi wanted to learn ballet, but the ballet dancer said, "Why do you want to learn ballet? Your art is much greater than ballet." That is what Anna Pavlova said, the Russian ballerina. So that struck Rukmini Devi's mind, and when she was just 30, only she started, oh, if there is some dance like that, some art in our country, she never realized, that is, especially in Tamil Nadu. So she searched for great gurus, and she couldn't find very easily because they were all old and they lost their practice, and that was the time. So she searched and she sent people to find out where these great teachers are hiding and all that, hibernating. So she found, then she revived with the established. She learned first. She wanted to know. For 2-3 years she practiced and she did her arangetam. And she did her arangetam. There was a big opposition because she is coming from a Brahmin family, supposed to be. She is no Brahminical thing. She was a very open person and a theosophist. There is no religion higher than truth. That is the motto. So there was no any casteism attached to her learning and all that. But she actually uplifted the whole community, whole art, very revived it. Those who wanted to throw stones at her, they showered flowers on her. That is how it all happened. Then it was a big opening. Everybody started to say, oh, this is wonderful. It's a fine, beautiful art, God-given art, and it is so divine. And it is not just mere entertaining, it is educative, enlightening, and entertaining. So Rukmini Devi started, wanted to, after she learned and understood the real meaning of art, Kala, she wanted to propagate it. She wanted to give it to the future generation. That is how she thought of starting Kalakshetra. In the olden days, when it was very prevalent and it was very everybody worshipped Natyam. Natyakyam Panjamam Vedam Setihasam Karomiham. This is the Pancha, considered as the fifth Veda. So everybody learned, and all those days it was Brahmins, the rishis, who were great sages, and Brahmins. Actually, Brahmin belong to the Brahmin. Actually means those who are the Brahmajnani to Brahmana. Those who are highly educated, they are Brahmins. It's not the one who puts the thread. So that time it was very great. Everybody worshipped. It was one of the form of worship. Actually, Natyam is Bhakti Vivardhanam, and it is part of the ritual of the temple worship. That was the status Natya had. So Natya Acharyas were considered as the rishis of the society, the teachers of the society. They taught good things through the performing arts. That is why in Natya Shastra, they compiled Vedas into a Shastra, and that has been given as a visual educational system. Actually, that's what it's a kavya, drishya kavya. They call it drishya kavya. So that's how it came.
We did several. Of course, it starts with sometimes Kautvam, but usually Alaripu, Jadiswaram. And Shabdam was also not so much in vogue those days, I believe, Later Shabdam, and of course Varnam. And then you had the Padams, which is Kirtanam, then there is a Javali, and there is a Shloka. After doing Tilana, you do a narrative, long Shlokam also. So you did several items, like after Varnam. Post-intermission, there's a lot.
When Rukmini Devi had her first Arangetam in 1934, I think, 33, 34. She started Kalakshetra 36, but before that, she had her Arangetam. She had all these items. She had almost 2.5 hours, not a 3, the 2.5 hours program, but the so-called Varnam, at that time, Varnam, I call it differently. Anyway, Varnam was very long, and it had 2 Tirmanams and 2 Swaras, and elaborated, the hands were 10 hands for one line of Param, 10 different hands will be there. So it is in a long item, almost 1 hour.
And each line will have to be repeated 2 times. Especially you have to, face the right corner once.
Left.
So that, people can see. Which is, I think it's a very nice way of.
But that's the beauty of those choreographies. You do,
Yeah.
like, you very neatly presented both sides, and maybe like one the front finally.
You're dancing not only for yourself, but you're dancing for people, for audience too. So it
was not the proscenium stage like today, because people sat around and very close, proximity, very close to you, so that people could enjoy. As long as you are close to the dancer, you will definitely enjoy. But in the proscenium stage, the backstage, seated people cannot understand. That's why sometimes we don't have that kind of audience in a, yes.
You need
to get the correct impact, like Kudiyatam and the Kathakali and all, you have to sit close, then you are mesmerized. Even today it is like that. If you see a Bharatanatyam program, close quarters, you will be mesmerized. You will be awestruck with Abhinayam and the Adavu system that is practiced by, you will be,
rhythm, music, everything. You just transport you. You just become one with the dancer or whoever is performing.
After Kalakshetra, we had the repertoire from Alaripu to Tilana.
Tilana.
But when I came out, I've been thinking about so many things, even at Kalakshetra, but we couldn't do it because in the big Vadavracham, that is banyan tree, we cannot shine. So that creativity has been in me there. I wanted to change. I wanted to bring in some change in Bharatanatyam system. So when I came out of Kalakshetra and started Bharatakalanjali, our academy, the first number I did for two of us together is Natya Anjali. It's an item which is not heard of at all. It's the item we coined the name and did Natya Anjali. Actually, the inspiration for me for Natya Anjali is the Todayam of Kathakali. Kathakali, you have that Todayam, the starting Todayam with all the five talas in it. Of course, we have seven, but in Kathakali we have the and five ragas, five steps, and all that. All the basic steps, incorporating the basic steps of Kathakali, it's composed as a choreographed as a offering, Natya Anjali. So I made it Natya Anjali instead of Alaripu, Natya Anjali, and then made it all the five deities are there, five rhythms are there, all incorporated, and it is about 10 minutes item, and which was a hit at that time because there was something novel for people to see, because many people, the young growing generation was little bored of Alaripu and Jadiswara. So I was also like that. So I wanted to create something new. That is how the Natyanjali was composed. And with a great musician, Thurayu Rajagopal Sarma, we selected some Samskrita slokas, and we sat with him. He used to work in Kalakshetra at that time. He was a great composer. He composed a lot of for Rukmini Devi in the dance dramas. And we used to bring him during the lunch period in Kalakshetra.
He was teaching us music. I was his student in music class.
Okay.
So during that period, between 12 and 3, we met to sit with us and we used to make him compose. These are all, we gave the idea, he composed the music, that is Natyanjali. Babu knows of that. Natyanjali, dim, 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 dinnam, tare gudu, dinnam, dinnam. Babu, korchu paadu.
Babu, book kar de.
No book. No.
No book.
No, Shruti. Yes.
Oh, yes, Shruti.
I've seen last one. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Rima pani pamagarisa, ripamagarisa, rima pani sarimagarisa, nisa, pani pamapa, nisa pani pasani pani pamagarisa, Guru Brahma.
Then following, there is a jugalbandi like between mridangam and the dancer. So it is it comprises of all the elements of Bharatanatyam. Working with Rukmini Devi and in Kalakshetra atmosphere, that's the best ambience one could have. Everything with nature. We were living with nature. We imbibed a lot from nature, and Rukmini Devi is a nature-loving person. And with her, living with her, working with her, that is the foundation. So that is the foundation on which we have practiced and we are building up. So naturally, the group production, whatever we have done, it is the whole inspiration is from Rukmini Devi, her concept of group production. Everybody has taken it.
Presentation.
Nobody can deny that anybody who is doing group production now, it is first pioneer, and she laid the foundation for a good group productions. So we have imbibed that. So ideas, as I said earlier, ideas we always have, but in Kalakshetra it was all very traditionally formed. But when I came out and started traveling and watching a lot of other styles of choreography, style of dance and all, I had a lot of things to incorporate a little more because I wanted to bring in new elements to it. Even when we came, we started Bharatakalanjali, I wanted to also break a little, not always the Hindu religious themes, but we want to break into other religious themes also. That's how I first, my non-Hindu religious theme was Mary Magdalene. And people thought, oh, Bharatanatyam can be exploited like can be used to say such theories also. So people started taking it. That a lot of inspiration has inspired a lot of people to take other things also. Then came Buddhist theme. Nobody has done all this. They took a Buddhist theme. Even Kalakshetra did Buddha Charism later, much later on. They did. But I did in 1977, 78, inspiration came from a Sanskrit scholar, Professor Subramaniam of Carleton University, Ottawa. We did the Sangamitra as a full dance drama for 2.5 hours. Have you seen it? I've traveled with that. We have about 50 shows in America. Then I used to do a lot of Kathakali.
Jungle Book also.
Jungle Book is
That I
another
saw.
story. That's another.
I saw that.
Two productions of Jungle Book. One we did in England much earlier.
And it's 84.
No, I saw like in the 1999, 2000, I saw.
This is 1984. We did Jungle Book in London.
Okay.
In Europe. That is.
In London,
yes.
Actually. Produced in London for the
Academy of Indian Arts.
Okay.
At that time, our senior student Pushkala Gopal was the director of that Indian
in charge
of
okay.
What theme? When the theme came, Sastran always Krishna, Rama, and all this kind of thing. They didn't want that. I said, no, okay. At that time, Walt Disney's Jungle Book animated had just come, and it was becoming very, very popular.
Production.
Very, very popular.
Just come. We didn't see it also. We heard about it.
And then I said, okay, why not we do Jungle Book? Then they said, how can you do in Bharatanatyam Jungle Book? I said, I will do it. It was a big revelation for them. Then they said, you have to use only dancers, the available dancers in London. Only people have training. You have to use all you have to use all the Indian the Bharatanatyam like Kathak, Manipuri, and Odissi, Kathakali, and all that you have to use. All the 5 kind of dance you are not just Bharatanatyam, because everybody has to give a chant, because that is the idea of the London Culture Academy, London Arts Council, because they want to give it to every chance to everybody. I said that is also possible. I will do that. So that gave the whole European community, that Bharatanatyam, that is Bharatanatyam. That was Bharatanatyam. Just Bharatanatyam. Bharatanatyam can be like that, can be exploited into such a great ballet-like thing. And this production went for 200 times. Do you remember? Can you imagine? 200 shows we did in 3 seasons.